Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. We got fish this week. Started out with our feeders, pulled them out of the box already. We got feeder guppies, a good batch of those. Actually got some local feeder guppies this week too. Nice size on those. Also some feeder comets, a little bit short looking. Don't look like the full 200, but we'll go with that. Next up, we've got a whole bunch of fun stuff, including some large Amazon swords that are a little bit smaller than they normally are, but they are Amazon swords. Have to ask them if they got a shrink ray on those large Amazon swords. Next up, we have some cichlids. These are curviceps cichlids. Curviceps, I like to call them a little blimpy fish. They're a dwarf cichlid that's fairly easy going, maybe 3 to 4 inches on those guys. These are not autos. What are these? Oh, they're bushy nose plecos, but they're small enough to be autos. Ordered in some of those. We are actually really short on bushy nose, so I got a nice batch of gold bushies in from private party this week. More panda cories. Every week we get more panda cories because every week you guys demand panda cories. Here we have some mixed fruit. Looks like limited colors this week. Pink and purple were what we're going to get in glowfish, so that's what we got. Here's some more bushy nose plecos. These are the blue-eyed guys. A little bigger size on those. I ordered the bigger size. I'm glad I did because those are still pretty tiny. Parluellas. Hey, we haven't had these in a little while. Got a good price on them too. Nice and big. These are your stick cats or twig cats. Super, super cool. Algae-eating fish. Here's something different. That's not a fish. That's an axolotl. We got 3 of those guys. These are golds. Got some coppers and greens over there too still, I believe. High-fin banded shark. Those are pond fish. Remember, these guys get 3 feet, so if you're going to keep them in a tank, have a large place for them eventually. Super, super cool fish. Got 4 of them. I am a big fan of banded sharks. Next, we have some Chinese algae eaters. Great indiscriminate algae eater, but they do get big and aggressive and eat fish, so make sure you have a proper place for that. Snails, finally got in pond snails this week. These are the large trapdoor snails. Been waiting on those to show up to go along with our pond season, which we launched last week. And this should be the Japanese version. They usually come in smaller and have kind of, yeah, they got the copper color. It's really pretty. Trapdoor snails are ovoviviparous, meaning they lay eggs inside themselves and then drop the babies off live, which is kind of fun. These are rice fish. These are the sparklers, blue sparkling rice fish. I think we have 6 species, maybe 7 species of rice fish over there right now. Really like that trend. Here are some red flame tetras, or Von Rios, they'll also be called. Von Rios are a cool schooling fish. On our Tetra special, buy 4 more and get 25% off. And last thing out of this box, we have some ghost shrimp. A big batch of ghost shrimp for your shrimp needs. And that's that for that box. Got a couple more coming. All right, more fish. Got a double-decker this week. Let's see what we get. Oh, a betta right off the top. Not going to show it to you. Yes, I love bettas. No, we're not going to show the bettas each coming out of the box because I got several. At least I got a few this week. Maybe I'll relent and show you some bettas. Black ghost knife. Got a batch of those guys in this week. Been selling a lot of those guys. Remember, they get up to 14 inches, but super, super cool fish. There's another betta. Oh my gosh. Shrimp. These are Amano shrimp. Quintessential algae-eating shrimp. Tetras, neon tetras. Tetra special, 25% off, 4 more for subscribing to this channel. So make sure you subscribe and get lots of tetras. Dainty cories, perfect time for restock. Just sold out of the rest of those yesterday. Let's see, peacock gudgeons, super cool. Don't get those in all that often. Gudgeons are considered a goby, but they kind of swim up more than you'd think of as a goby. Bright colors on those. And here's some more bettas. These are females. We'll show them to you. These are the emerald or the cotton candy koi candy. Boy, how many ways can we put that together? Half moon candy female bettas. That's how they call them. That's what I'll call them. What are you guys? Moving too fast. Can't see it. Brown paradise fish. Oh, that's something I haven't had for a while. This is a wild type paradise fish. completely out of the blues or the reds, so hey, why not get some browns? And Miguelito, or Virginia's Cory. Beautiful Cory, larger Cory. Good 2.5 inches on adults on those. Relatively value priced for a nice Cory. So find my way into the bottom half of this box. Yeah, there goes our bin. More bettas. Do I look? Nope. Do I look? Nope. Let's see. Keyhole cichlids. Sold out of those last week also. Keyholes get about 5 or 6 inches. A smaller, very peaceful or relatively peaceful cichlid. Great choice. They actually will shoal nicely. Cool, cool fish. Celestial Pearl Danios. That's a nano fish. Nice size on these guys. Again, we've been paying a little bit more for our Celestial Pearl Danios to bring you some nice big ones. I hope you're appreciating that because they are beautiful when they look good. Green tiger barbs. Been awfully popular this spring into summer, so we just keep pounding on the green tiger barbs, and why not? Super cool fish. Reticulated hill stream loaches. These are perennially a favorite around here. We have 4 or 5 types of hill stream loaches available, but the reticulated is by far the most popular. The ghost, or excuse me, glass cat. Some people will call them a ghost cat. Another fan favorite. See right through them. More cool bettas that we'll look at in a breakout video. Don't try to tempt me. I will not stop. And look at you now. Rummy nose tetra. More tetras for the tetra special. Rummy nose, of course, are great in any situation. Bright red noses. 4 more gets you 25% off. Dwarf anchor moth cats, or the Hera jardones. Super, super neat. Nano catfish, itty bitty guy, looks like a little bit of wood. More tetras. We have cardinal tetras. Nice restock on those guys. Cardinals are one of our best selling fish always. Last in this box we have green neons. More tetras for the tetra special. All our neon types, the cardinals, the neons, the green neons, even the black neons are very popular. Get them on the special. Stock up. We'll see you soon. And more. We actually got 2 more of these double boxes. Better rip through them quick enough so this isn't an hour-long video. Some cool fish to share. More bettas. Cool cat. What are you? Oh, circular whiptail. Nice big one too. I haven't had these in. Last time I saw those was right after I bought the shop about 5 years ago. We had a couple of these guys in. Circular whiptails are super cool. I'm a fan of all things bottom fish anyway, but that is a neat fish. You see how flat that head is? I can get a video on that. That's a neat catfish. More bettas. Got another type of catfish. This is angel or snowball pleco, L201. Restock on those guys. I like to be known as the pleco king. I'll make that up all by myself. But I've been having a hard time getting fancy plecos in this spring, and that's another one of the 201, sorry. Another 201, got another batch of those. The number of different types of fancy plecos has been really kind of limited. Here's lemon tetras. Restock on these guys. Got double stock on those guys now, I think. And here's some sucker loaches or Borneo suckers. I love those guys. I'm looking in there. I'm seeing some with stripes, some with spots. Very cool hill stream loach. Tend to be less expensive than some of the other types. And what's not to like? Emperor tetras. These are the blue ones. Blue emperors are one of 4 types of emperor tetra we have in stock right now. I'm not sure which would be my favorite. The rainbows are awful hard to beat, but then again, I haven't met an emperor tetra I don't like. All the tetras, of course, are on the special. I'll say it again. 4 more, get 25% off. That's to encourage, of course, larger schools. So the bigger the school, the happier the tetra. But also a way for us to say thank you for coming down and buying tetras from Big River Pets. Firemouth cichlids came in pretty good size this time. Sometimes I get these guys half that size. There's a couple already colored up in there. Firemouths are a popular Central American cichlid. Here is some pork chops. These are Raspora. Pork chops are a smaller version of your Raspora hets. There's about 3 different species that are regularly kept in the hobby. Here's another one of them. That's your regular Harlequin or Raspora het. Trigonostema heteromorphia, like Latin, or butchered Latin, more likely. Next are clown killies. Been selling a lot of these guys. Little top-dwelling killifish, super bright colors on those guys. Very, very neat nano fish. Let's see, what are you got? I think you're, yeah, more paradise fish. This is the Indian spike-tail paradise fish. A little different tail structure on those guys than the brown ones we just saw. Another wild form. More gouramis. These are powder blue dwarf gourami females. Restock on those gals. I was going to say guys, but it's gals. Green dragon bushy nose. More plecos. More tiny plecos. Nice looking little long fin green bushy noses. The green dragons are kind of a more solid color than your average. This guy's got a little bit of blotches in the tail. Neat little guys. Really beautiful long fins. The only long fins I have on the bushes right now. Bridget's Rasbora or Chili Rasbora. Super popular nano fish also. Great red, like a little firecracker or a chili pepper. And another cichlid. Who do we got here? Ooh, macaws. These are Nicaraguensis, or another Central American or Nicaraguan cichlid. Very neat guy, bright blue heads, yellow fins on the males. Females get the bright yellow, don't get the blue. Last bag in this box is some coolie loaches. Your regular banded coolie loach. That's that for that box. Alrighty, last box on this order. Another big double box. Let's see if we can wade right through. Availability's actually been kind of breaking up a little bit. We've been getting a little better availability on some of the cooler stuff. Had a little trouble finding cool stuff there for a while. Airline shipments being tough. Fish like these guys, these are the striped Karamata. It's another tetra type, really cool fish. There's a video that was talking about the wild caught trade those guys showed up in. Really beautiful fish in the natural environment. Look cool in the tank too. Here's some hatchets. These are the platinum hatchets. Nice big guys. Love your hatchets. Top fish. Oh, and a big flagtail Prosciotus. It's not big. I mean, big would be 2 feet, but this guy's got to be 3 inches plus, maybe 3.5 inches. So that's a pretty good started Prosciotus. The opposite, these are tiny fish. These are little pea puffers. Nice batch of fatties. Here's another pleco, actually. Pinstripe Panac L204s, or Emperor plecos, they'll call them. Got a little batch of those guys as well. Frogs. Love our frogs in general. These are African dwarf frogs. Not to be mistaken for any of our tree frogs or dart frogs that we have in the other room. Another 204. Nice size on the 204s this week. And then, oh, that's not a pleco, that's a puffer. This is a dragon puffer. Let's see if we can see it through the angle so you can actually see him. Nice big fat guy. I like the dragon puffers with their big eyes. They're actually one of the puffers that can potentially be kept in a group of puffers, which is cool. You're not going to be able to see this guy because they put him in a tote. Puffers have a tendency to break the bag with their big beaks. This is an abi or a leopard puffer. We had one of these a while ago. Maybe we'll have to find a time to get you a tank pick on that guy. He's super cool. Less expensive than some of the other puffers that we don't get as often, but nice African puffer. Let's see what's in the other half of this box. Discus. Awesome, nice big discus. These are tiger turquoise. Beautiful guys, 3 inchers. Should have 3 of those guys in here. Yeah, there's 2. Nice size on these guys. Got half a dozen very similar discus that are more like 5 inchers plus that I got from a local source, locally bred ones. I'll try to get some tank pics on this video also of those guys because they're really quite impressive. If you haven't had a chance to see those yet. Bettas, always more bettas. And oh, that's not a betta, that's a pike. This is a freckle-faced pike, or a freckled pike, what do they call them? Spot-faced pike. I've seen them called freckle-faced. Very, very cool fish. And oh, another one. He's pissed off. Big fish, aggressive predators. You want to make sure you get those in the right grouping. But super, super cool cichlid. That's it for this week's order. Just a bunch of really cool fish.